Now, as we move into strategy, I really want to focus and make sure you understand what strategy is, because as we're going to be prospecting, virtual prospecting, or prospecting in general, virtual or not, it's important that we understand two things. We understand what strategy is from our perspective, and we understand what strategy is from your customer's perspective. Okay? So from our perspective as salespeople, it's really important that we understand what strategy is, because we are in a fight with our competitors. And when we understand fully what a strategy is and we have everything in place to execute that strategy, then you will destroy your competitors. Okay? It's not even close. When you have the skill sets and you execute what I'm about to go over with you, your competitors have no chance. So let's discuss what exactly strategy is, because when you know what strategy is and you execute it from yourself, but you also understand how your customer thinks of strategy or how strategy impacts them, then you become extremely valuable both for your own territory but also for your customers. So what is strategy? Well, the essence of strategy and competitive advantage lies in the activities you choose to perform differently, or to perform different activities from those of your rivals. So strategy is nothing more than planned, understood, executed strategies. And when you get that you have these activities and you do them consistently over a period of time, you're going to destroy the competitors, because they 9 times out of 10 don't have any strategy, or they don't have a systematic strategy. They are just randomly going off and making calls or whatever. So when you understand this, then it empowers you to know that you're going to win. So let's go over exactly a strategy, and so you can fully understand this a little bit more. So if we take strategy and we understand its activities, okay, and then there's two types of segments. There's a value proposition and there's a value chain. And those two things, value proposition, value chain, make up the value creation activities that your organization does. Okay? So if you look at it from the value proposition is, how do you get sales? What do you do to get sales? And the value chain is, what do you do to create that product and give it to the customer? We're not going to focus on value chain. That's in a more in-depth course. We're going to focus on value proposition and the demand side and how you create demand. So you're going to see 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, 0.9. And you can go 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, as many 0.9s as you want. What each 0.9 means is that's an activity. So let's use one as an example. If you are going to if you're going to have a diet, let's say, okay, then the question is, you're going to be on a diet and you're going to try to beat your friend, your competitor. The question is can your friend go on a diet? The answer is yes. But the activities that you do, can he or she copy you? The answer is yes. So if you get up at 6 in the morning and go for a 2-mile run, they can get up at 6 in the morning and go for a 2-mile run. If you get up, come back, and then you eat really strictly, they can come back and eat really strictly. But they can't copy you 100%. That's impossible because they're not you. But they can come to a 90% probability or 0.9% probability of copying you. So every 0.9 is an activity. So here's how you want to think about it. If you take your 0.9, okay, 0.9, diet, get up. Yes, they can. 90% probability they can copy you. times 0.9, they can eat something in the morning, times 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9. 5 activities. It starts reducing down to the probability of them copying you. It's now only a 59% probability. And as you do more activities, the ability for them to copy you becomes non-existent. So you want to have a set of activities that you do regularly, and your competitors will not do it just like you. In fact, most people will fall away, quit, get diverted, what have you. You have your strategy, follow your strategy. Strategy is a set of activities, and when you do that, it is reflected, a successful strategy is reflected in a competitive advantage. Okay? And the true definition of a competitive advantage is more profitability than the industry average. So what does that mean? That means that if you do these activities and you're successful in it, you create a competitive advantage. And a competitive advantage, truly defined, is more profitability than the industry average. So if you sell, let's say, janitorial supplies, you sell paper, equipment, chemicals, and sanitation. You sell those 4 categories primarily. Okay, and the average on paper is 18 points. And you're selling paper on average for 25 points. You have a competitive advantage. You are making 7% more profit than the industry average. So whatever you're doing is working to give you that profit. If you aren't, and you are only getting 19%, 18% gross margin, then you're the same as everybody else. So what you're doing is not creating a competitive advantage. It's just you're existing the same as your competitors. And if you're selling the paper less than 18 points, it means you have a problem, because what you're doing is creating less value than even the industry average. So when you recognize that when you create a strategy, it's reflected in a competitive advantage, which is reflected in more profit, then you recognize how important the activities are. And that's what's so awesome about having a strategy and recognizing the power of it and executing that strategy. So when we go through this course, we're going to talk about 5 primary activities. And the way that you do those activities is going to automatically give you a 59% more probability that they can't copy you. You're going to create that difference, you're going to create that value, and it's going to be reflected in time to come in more appointments and more profit when you convert those appointments, those prospects, into customers. Let's look at a value proposition in more depth.